Aloha, y'all. It is Saturday, Saturn's Day, named after Saturn, and esoterically ruled by Saturn. It is the 12th of July. The sun is in Cancer, the moon is in Aquarius. I'll reference the astrology as we go. There is a grand water trine between Black Moon Lilith and Scorpio, Jupiter in Cancer, and the North Node in Pisces. But other than that, I will reference it as we go. So the cards we pulled on this Saturn's Day are the Prince of Cups, which in this deck is like the Knight of Cups, Strength card, Major Arcana, and the Shadow deck from Dante's Inferno saying Empress of Desire. So let's talk about what all this means. The Prince of Cups is the card, though, the Knight of Cups. So if you're a water sign, if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you're naturally a cup, the water, the emotions. And this is the fiery, the actionable part of water, the emotional intuition. Rising to a challenge, attaining an emotional goal, poetic and romantic. Right, with the sun in Cancer, with Jupiter in Cancer, Mercury in Leo. We're trying to be heartfelt, sensitive, driven, North Node in Pisces, live the dream in a very beautiful way. This is seeking the Holy Grail, essentially. On page 78, I artfully negotiate for the best solution. The Prince of Cups is the archetypal knight gallant, a gentleman in every sense, honorable, considerate, valiant, noble. Not one to relish violence and battle on any level, he prefers behind-the-scenes diplomacy. Jupiter in Cancer, Sun in Cancer. If he must, I got a hair on my tongue, I got eyelash or something. If he must, he will act swiftly and cleanly to achieve the best results for all. Moon in Aquarius, the royal way for everybody. A masterful peacemaker and artful negotiator, he is always looking for the win-win solution to problems, and his caring, compassionate presence can be a very welcome alternative to bloodshed. He admirably carries and balances the feminine, feeling, and receptive side of his nature alongside the fast, focused, and actively fiery side of himself. Saturn in Aries, conjunct Neptune retrograding in Aries, right? It's like, how do we balance being a badass with being like aware and sensitive? This masculine aspect of himself is ready for the call to action, Mercury in Leo. That action is inclusive of his feelings, Sun in Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer, making him a fine, loyal, trustworthy, and supportive friend and family member. His watery temperament enables him to bring a measured, reflective pace to his activities and duties, Mars in Virgo. Except in the area of romantic love, where his passion can seize the day and see him leap headlong, blazing. He will shift hell and high water to, quote, rescue the ones he loves. Intensely romantic and sensual, he risks much heartbreak and raw pain on this path to true love. In essence, I see his character as the Grail seeker, the untainted romantic where life is filled with the possibility of discovery. The manta ray flying through the ocean, navigating the different depths, teaches us how to dig within ourselves and observe our emotions with a calm gracefulness, honoring the different levels of our being and the world around us. It takes real effort and concentration, even courage. We have the Strength card as the clarifier. Even courage to keep a flame of exuberance alive in our hearts. Instead of seeing ourselves adrift in a hostile world, we can look and see that everything carries a message to guide us to our most powerful possibility. North Node in Pisces. Can we read the script of the Matrix in the dream? Can we see the signs and wonders? This, in essence, is the elixir, the medicine, the Holy Grail, not an object with miraculous power, but rather a way of being in the world. Once you begin to see things this way, the world literally changes before your eyes. As we travel through life, it's an immense challenge not to be caught in the trap of cynicism, yet to be cynical and resigned to the way things are brutally robs us of our life force. Most of us reach a point where we must consciously choose and create a discipline of consciously choosing. Moon in Aquarius, Mars in Virgo. Despite the waves and slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, we have to surf. He's on a surfboard. It's like, whether, not every wave is for you, and just because it's big waves doesn't mean you're going to die. You want to surf. We asked to surf. That's living. Most of us reach a point where we must consciously choose and create a discipline of consciously choosing. Albert Einstein, a Pisces, suggested we examine the most fundamental nature of life when he said, quote, the most important question you could ever ask is if the world is a friendly place. Venus in Gemini. North Node in Pisces, Cancer Sun, Mercury in Leo, Pluto in Aquarius trining Venus and Uranus in Gemini. It's like, how friendly is it, and can we keep choosing that perspective? Every time we resign ourselves to the opposite, the world is a battlefield and I'm going to die, We leave behind the spark of life that could be astounded by something new and unexpected. And the Uranus and Gemini situation is so deeply be astounded by new mentality, right? So the Knight of Cups, the fiery part of water, rising to a challenge, attaining an emotional goal, and poetic and romantic. So the clarifying card is a major arcana. It's the strength card. This is your card if you're a Leo. One of them. Sun card could also be considered that a little. But I've written music to all the major arcana. And in a Crowleyan sense, strength turns into desire. So the song title is called Yokubo, which is desire in Japanese. It's got a haiku in there. It's really cool. Japanese kind of ethnoecological music. Check it out. It'll be in the comments. So on page 38 special, the bullet with the butterfly wings. Strength. I face my fears with the strength of love and patience, right? This is a funny game with all sorts of twists and turns, but we don't have to be overwhelmed. We can find strength in our hearts and in our presence, in our breath. Just acceptance is a level of strength. Trust yourself. Let your inner endurance shine. Use your power to embrace the amazing person within. You have everything you need within you to succeed. We have the Holy Grail. That which we seek seeks us. But we're going to have to do it in a way that's open, compassionate, playful, willing to serve, which takes heart, which takes strength. Strength of mind, Mars and Virgo. Strength of mind, Venus and Gemini. Strength of heart, Mercury and Leo. Strength of wisdom and patience and all those kinds of things. Cancer, Sun, and Jupiter, North Node and Pisces. Oops. Beautiful art. You can still see it. The Dante's Inferno Shadow deck is number 5, Empress of Desire. And that is the following. This is what we're getting from that. On page 15, number 5, Empress of Desire. To sensual vices she was so abandoned that lustful she made illicit in her law to remove the blame to which she had been led. Canto 5, The Journey. Dante enters the second circle of hell, where those who committed sins of lust and wantonness dwell. Here he meets a few of history's most famed temptresses, including Cleopatra, Semiramis, and Helen of Troy. Divination. Though they may be condemned for their actions, one has to admire the style and vivacity of this particular group of souls. They lived life on their own terms. Mercury and Leo. Neptune retrograding in Aries conjunct Saturn. Moon in Aquarius. It's like, do your thing. They lived life on their own terms and in opulence, seeking that which was delectable and pleasing to their senses. This card reminds us that there are times when we must let our heart rule our head. Strength card. Knight of Cups. Quit the nagging voice, or quiet. I knew I was reading that wrong. Quiet the nagging voice that tells you what you shouldn't do or concern yourself with overmuch of the judgment and perceptions of others. At this time, choose to live for yourself first and foremost. Let others manage their own affairs and set your sights on what your own heart desires. Many will likely be drawn by moths to the beauty of your bright flame, right? Once we're shining brightly from our hearts, it's like a new source of light, right? So I think the idea today is to enjoy the ride, know that you're going to get banged up a little, but you still have to commit to something. So you might as well commit to excitement, joy, compassion, helping others, helping yourself, not just plucking out the eye. Eye for an eye makes the world blind. That takes real strength of character to understand that. But, we're going to have 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. You're going to eat from the apple of the Garden of Eden at sometimes and make mistakes or whatever. So enjoy the mistakes too, in a weird sense. Take it all in. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Knight of Cups. So if you've enjoyed this, leave a tip, share it, whatever's clever. Holler for a reading. 3 hours of astrology is $150. An hour of cards is $50. It's half off, though, if it's your birthday, on either or both of those. And if you get somebody to come to me, you get a referral discount of half off on cards. Check out the music I wrote for the strength card. It'll be in the comments. I made music for all the major arcana. It's free to listen to. You'll love it. It'll probably help you integrate the lessons a little more deeply. And it's beautiful music, dare I say. And check out the last Team Rabbit Hole podcast. We are up to 319 episodes. And we had an awesome DJ, techno DJ, come on. And yeah, really good conversation about creativity and flow and all the beautiful things. How to surf in a life with strength and find what pleases us, right? So check out the song. Check out the podcast. Do your thing and enjoy your Saturn's day to the best of your ability. On that note, I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios.